Over the years, I've been asked so many times to republish my book, Aloha Magnum, which is a 5-star hit. Well, folks, I did it. If you want to see the behind-the-scenes episodes and all the naughty things that went on Magnum PI, you go to the internet and punch up LarryMinetti.com, and Aloha Magnum is there at your reach. I thank you for your loyalty. Take care, folks.
Welcome to Winning Strategies, Defenders of Capitalism, hosted by nationally recognized merchant banker Tim Connally. Live talk radio that connects you with the titans of business, the men and women who move financial markets. Call now with your questions for Tim toll-free at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225. Or email him at talk@winningstrategies.net. Now, here's Tim Connally.
And we're back live with Mike King in beautiful Las Vegas. And then we have Dr. Jan Vandersandy has joined us from the left coast, but we can't really call you left, can we, Dr. Jan?
Thanks, Tim. I would be an insult.
And we do have a live guest that we will introduce in a few minutes, but I'd kind of like to talk to you a little bit before we do our interview, in that, you know, you've been calling this shot pretty well. You called a rally here. Now, is this quadruple witching the end of the rally?
Short term. I'm looking for a short-term top mid-June, which is plus or minus a few days, is any day. I think it came yesterday or today. I'm looking for a pullback into next week, Tim, but then very likely a rally into the first week of July.
Now,
but after that,
so this is not a big pullback
no,
you're
this
talking
is not
about.
the big sell-off yet. The big sell-off is coming after we get this rally, very likely into the first week of July. Remember, it's the end of the quarter, end of the month, coming up the following week, which is normally a bullish period. And that ties in with some of my indicators. There's still too much pessimism. There's still too much put buying for people trying to get this market down, trying to bet on the downside. And until we see more upside, those people have given up, shorts have covered, then we can get a much bigger sell-off. So I don't think the sell-off into next week is a big one yet. It's just going to be a small sell-off, small pullback, and then a rally into the first week of July. And I would use that to sell.
With those thoughts, we are fortunate today that we have a long and short fund on the show. Now, of course, the manager of the fund has been on the show before. We haven't had him for a while, and so we always enjoy having portfolio managers back to talk to us about their funds and how they've done. Now, this particular fund is located here in beautiful Houston, Texas, and the manager of the fund is really fortunate to have received, not fortunate, he earned it. He received Lipper's highest ranking of 5 as a Lipper leader in consistent return and preservation, and received their second highest ranking of 4 in total return and tax efficiency, and that was as of April 30th, 2010 in the long-short category of 45 funds. That's pretty impressive. And so without any further delay, I want to introduce the portfolio manager, Tom Samuels. Tom, welcome back.
Good morning, Tim. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that, yeah.
That is definitely something worth bragging about. Now, given the fact that we seem to be totally clueless as to what we should be doing these days in this market, and you are a long-short fund, we're looking forward to hearing some sage words of wisdom, Tom.
Well, I'll do what I can. Thank you, Tim.
So update us. We haven't had you for probably 6 months or more. Give us your whole philosophy on this market and what you're doing these days, and what is it that you see as both the potholes and the opportunities?
Well, I think that what's going on right now predominantly is a huge disagreement between the bulls in the market who think that what we're experiencing since the bottom in 2009 as a cyclical recovery in the economy, and the bears who believe that that what we're facing is a respite in between bouts of credit crunch. And so clearly we had that credit problem in 2007, 2008. And our view is that it's more likely than not that we get another round of that, which will knock the economy back and knock the markets back further. And so we're, I guess, like your previous guest, we're waiting for a more substantive sell-off, or at least we see the risk of that. But in the meantime, there's some nice opportunities on the long side. And of course, one of the advantages of being long-short is that we don't have to have a predominant view of market directionality. We can hedge our bets as we go and try to make money in all environments, which is what the fund is constructed to do.
And when people are out there today, and you're right, we get absolute head-to-head arguments about where this market really is on the show all